Show me how. Alright, you know what, I wasn't going to shoot a video of this, but I thought, you know what, I can show you folks what I did regarding a deck. So it used to have a ramp. From here, it ramped up to the back door. Okay, and that was a joke. It was only about 3.5 feet, but maybe the person needed it because they were handicapped, so they needed a ADA, or they were restrained. They were limited for certain movements. How's that? So what I did was we took out the ramp that had a couple of pylons in it, or some footings that were just holding up a girder, okay? And so what I did was I tied into those, built an 8-foot wide step, and you can see what I did on the back side. I shouldered it. Okay, you see here what I did? I shouldered it. So I stepped that down. So the 2x8 with the plywood step down would net me a step, a riser, the same as the concrete, which is about 5 3/4 inches. And I did the typical, excuse the air compressor, did the typical lag into the side and joist hangers with the finished hangers on the side. Okay, that's what you do. If you want to save 30 cents, you can use the ones next to it. If you want to save 30 cents, you can use the ones next to it. And be it plastic, that's absurd. So this really is coming out good. And you can see the shouldering here, how I dropped this down right here. I dropped this down, the portion to give me an ultimate net of 5.5, all right, to stay with this riser, because I wanted to use as much cement as possible. And this is just the fill into the road area. So ultimately what will happen is I'll be able to walk right into the back door with no ramp. And then I'm going to use treated plywood because the underneath is going to be open, so I'm not going to have to worry about any water, moisture, which you're not going to get boatloads of moisture in central Arizona, but it does rain 18.5, 19 inches a year here, and people don't know that, so don't tell too many people. All right, central Arizona, looks like Southern California. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do on the top, but I'm going to do a cementuous top waterproof system that I will video, and you folks will really want to see that. There's a lot of various types of cement overlays, and again, so I wanted to use a treated for the underneath. So all of this underneath, let's see if I can get down here without falling. So all of this will be exposed, which is why I'm going with the treated plywood. Okay? I don't want to cut you folks short. Appreciate you following, subscribing. So here's an aerial view, so to speak, of that shoulder. And you can see I bolted this rim joist down up against the step itself. The top of the step is probably right here. And then you can see where I bolted that down, and there's the stem wall, okay? So I'm going to stagger the treated plywood. You see how nice the joist hangers came out. But I put one row of blocking, a couple of shiners there my helper did, but other than that, we're in good shape, okay? Alright folks, so this is it. This is the final. I had some leftover goop, so I just threw some in there, which is really unnecessary because I'm going to do that cement overlay. Look for that in another video. I will link. That stuff's great. I gooped this a little bit because I kind of cheated. I didn't want to buy a whole new sheet of plywood that was 60 bucks to just seam that one little section. So anyway, so this is what it looks like. I'm pretty stoked. I am really stoked. Real shallow steps, flat, goes right underneath the door. Can't ask for anything more. Now that poetry was not intentional. So here you go. And again, this is actually considered part of the roadway. And so a little one inch step and then 2 treads. Coming down off of this, you feel like a king. Cantilevering over here, which is going to be good. So when I put the handrail, I'll have a return in, and that's good. Same way over here. I'll have a little bit of a return. Offset it, no particular reason. Well, yeah, there is a reason, because I couldn't go 2 feet over here. And so I thought, well, I'd rather have the extra foot, and so what if it's offset? All right, hope you enjoyed it. This is the grand finale for this deck, and then I'm going to do a cement overlay, and I will video that. Show me how, just showed you how to build a deck.